Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be doing something very exciting. I am introducing my baby rats to the boy group I currently have. It is always a very exciting moment and it's a little bit scary too, but I will show you step by step how I do it and take you along on this journey. For a smooth and safe introduction of your rats, you want to introduce them in neutral territory. So that means there is no smells of the group you already have or smells of the baby rats in the area where you will be putting them together for the first time. Some people do it in their bathtub. I like to use a cage. The cage I will be using is the one where the baby rats are currently housed, so I will have to thoroughly clean that to get rid of their smells, and then I can put all of the boys in there together. To get rid of the smells, I am using a bucket with water with a very tiny amount of bleach in it. I will use this to do a first wash and eliminate all the odors. Then I follow up with plain hot water without any cleaning supplies in there. After I washed with the bleach water, I will rinse everything with this water to be sure that there is no bleach left in there. And then I just dry everything off with a towel so it's nice and dry and there are for sure no residues. I started off by placing the babies in the carrier cage so I can tackle their current home. Now I can empty this and get rid of all the smells in here so we can introduce my boy group to my new boys in here. So I start off by thoroughly cleaning with the bleach water. Then I switch it up to just the plain warm water to rinse everything. And I dry everything off. Then just repeat the steps for all the parts of the cage. So now I've cleaned this cage and it's been neutralized. It's time to put all of my rats together in there. I'm gonna start off by putting the babies in there. Even though it's like a neutral terrain, the babies are there first. And then I'm adding my adult rats. Now in an introduction, it's normal for rats to squeak a little, to pee on each other, to try to pin the other rat down just to show dominance, to show who's boss. Don't worry about those things too much, but keep a close eye on them. And I only intervene when they squeal really hard, like when it's obvious that someone is getting hurt and when there's blood drawn. So when I hear a squeal, I try to see, like, is it really serious? Is there open wounds? Is there blood? Is there cuts and flesh? Then I will take them apart again and start over very slowly, bit by bit. Here I am just adding the rats to the cage, starting off with the babies, then one by one adding my adult rats. These are some clips from the very first moments where all the rats were together in the cage, and you can clearly see that they are getting to know each other, they are smelling each other, and this is what you would want to happen. first 5 minutes went by very peacefully. They've just been smelling each other, running around, trying to smell the cage. I just wanted to note, very important, the only thing I added in there except for rats is a water bottle. Isn't necessary, but I just like to have one for them there because it's gonna take a couple of hours until the other cage is ready. Don't add any food in there, don't add any toys, any hammocks, nothing. Make sure that there is nothing for them to have fights about, especially in this first stage of the introduction. This is very important, so that they are purely focused on getting to know each other, getting to know each other's smells. What they will do now is decide the order of who's the alpha male and who's at the bottom of the whole group. While they are figuring that out, I'm gonna clean the big cage. I'm gonna prepare that for putting them together in there for the first time. In the meantime, they can befriend each other. The cage is now completely cleaned. I cleaned it in the same way as I cleaned the first cage. Bleach water, then rinse, then dry. Before I'm gonna put all of the boys in there, I'm gonna show you the setup just so you guys can see how I set up a introduction cage. So to start off, I only prepared the top part of the cage. I have a 2-tier cage, but for the first week of them being together, I'm only using the top part. It can be quite scary for the babies to be in a very large cage like this. This is just to make it easier to adjust for the babies and just to stimulate the interaction between the baby rats and my adult rat group. I have the water bottle here on the side. I will put their food dishes over here. I gave them 2 chewing toys. Not too much to start off with, so they can't fight over stuff. Here I have a pillowcase. This is very nice to cuddle in, and I can easily access it to take them out if necessary. In the back over there I have just a corner hammock. And if we go up here, I have a tummy stuffer, a 2-tier bunk bed, and then this deep triangle hammock that I made. I washed and rinsed all of these climbing features, so that shouldn't be a problem either. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna start off the cage. Alright, so now I'm gonna place the rats together in the cage for the first time, and let's see how that goes. The boys are in here together for about half an hour now, and they're doing really good. It's actually going better than I expected, especially because the little ones are not really skittish. I've had it happen before that when I've put the little ones in the big cage that they become really skittish again. It seems like they are doing fine. They are running around. As soon as I open the door, they come right up. I've already seen them playing together while the others were sleeping and judging them silently. So yeah, the boys are doing really good, and now I'm gonna give them food. Yesterday it became a bit too dark very quickly and I couldn't really finish up filming, so I just wanted to come back to you guys with a little update. It's now the day after the introduction and it seems like everyone's doing really good. The little babies are in the tummy stuffer over here and all of the adult boys were sleeping in this pillow cover. So they are still keeping themselves to the side a little bit, but it's a whole new space again for the little ones to be in, so they kind of have to get used to this, and I'm sure it will be fine in the end. After I gave the boys food yesterday, everything went really well. They just kind of mind their own business and nibbled away. After that, the babies had some playtime. Unfortunately, it was way too dark to film it because it was really cute. No fights so far, so this is going really good. I think you could call this a successful introduction. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any more questions, you can ask them in the comment section below or just contact me on Instagram, which is @DIYPetsLife. And by the way, if you are interested in hammocks like the ones you see here, I sell handmade hammocks on my new Instagram page @DIYPetsLife.hammocks, and I will enter a link to that in the description. So if you would be interested in those, you can send me a message on Instagram or here on YouTube and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of these cutie snoots, then please subscribe to our channel. I want to thank all of you for 200 subscribers, by the way. I hope we can continue to keep growing our little pet family. Thanks for joining and we'll see you next time. Bye!